Okay, I'm out here in my truck warming it up. It's 10 o'clock now. Been an hour and a half since my last video, but I've just had my coffee, drank my 6 cups of water, did my morning routine to, you know, start off on a good note. Now I'm sitting in a truck. There's like minus 24, and but it's minus 24, but feels like minus 37. I think it said. So, when it is pretty fucking cold there. Now, usually by now I'd be used to this. Usually, past couple of years of my life, I'd be working outside all day, weather like this. But you know, I've been working in renovations inside, so I've been very blessed to have that, to be working inside all winter. Well, I shouldn't say all winter, but to be working inside. But yeah, it's cold out there. I got my pair of gloves here, Princess Auto, Watson quality gloves, 36 bucks. Holy, so it's gonna be a good day working with these gloves. I'm excited to work with these gloves. I bought these a while ago. The first chance I got I bought them for hunting, and then right away I used them for mechanics. Got them all oily. Fucked that up. I have another pair of gloves in here. I took them inside to warm up, thaw it, so when I need to switch up gloves here, which I'll probably have to, I'll have another pair of gloves. But also, I have to go grab this socket for my axle nut. No, inch 11/16, pretty big. So I have to go buy that, so I can take off my hub bearing and remove my axle and the wheel joint. And yeah, it's 7 o'clock, so letting my truck warm up just because I don't know why. I just want to have a smoke too. I never had my morning smoke yet, so. But I'm pretty excited. You know, usually I'm just wearing my balaclava, but I put on the toque just because it's like minus 37 and I'm not used to the weather like this. So I got my long johns on, my double layered pants, you know, my insulated pants, my ski pants. I got my undershirt, a double insulated shirt, my sweater. So I'm pretty bundled up for the day here. You know, I had this sweater for what, 2 years, my work sweater. My brother gave me this, and I still rock it, you know. I got my Helly Hansen jacket. Fuck, this is costed $4 bills, almost $5 bills, like $4.30 something. Bought it last year because I was working in the cold again. My ski pants are probably, they're pretty banged up there. They're not good. But they got me through last year. That was a cold winter, and you know, yeah, just excited to finally get this job done. I'm gonna start on my passenger side, my passenger front, because that's where I can hear my wheel joint when I put it in 4x4 and I'm driving through deep snow. I can hear shaking, and you know, it doesn't sound good at all. So I'll start that side. I replaced, when I first got this truck, the previous owner, the brake calipers were seized on the right side, on the passenger side, and the rotors were gone. They were chewed right up, half of it gone. So I bought that, and that was like 500 something, almost 600 bucks. And then I changed that, fixed it, tied it up again, and again they started seizing again. So I said, okay, I ran into this problem before years ago in my Ford truck. I spent about $5 grand putting parts into that, and then I bought that off my Mushroom like 9 years ago now, but I had it driving for 7 years, and he was getting old, he couldn't drive standard, so I bought it off him, whatever. And then yeah, same thing happened on that truck. The brake lines were inside, they're deteriorated, so all the pressure would stop, would push out, but it wouldn't suck it back in because the lines would collapse, and then that's what wouldn't release the brake caliper. So I ran into this problem with this one, so I went back again the next day, went and changed that the day before, the brake caliper and the rotor. Went to the city again, bought the things, went broke, bought those parts, boom, fired it up, boom, yes, finally it was able to go. The brakes were releasing good enough, and then that solved that problem. Then I was using my truck for hauling 55 bundles for roofing. Put it in the back of my truck. Going in, my transfer case was messed up on here. When I bought it too, it was rattling. It wouldn't switch into 4x4. You have troubles going back into two-wheel drive, and it was just a mess. And you can hear it tinging down underneath the vehicle, like doo -doo -doo -doo. And then I was hauling it, and then finally it broke free. After that job we did a roof, so I had enough to go get I did a couple jobs, did roofing, and I forget what else. Built some decks. Built a deck. I forget, but it was a while ago, about 7 months ago. Then that part itself costed me $3 grand. Damn. Holy man, it was like 2,600 bucks, man. Holy fuck. And I have to go all the way down to Estevan. So I'll wake up in the morning, 5:30, be on the road already, go down there and get there at 7. They opened at 7. So I got there, come back, start working on my truck, fix it. And then it was going good. But the reason why it was failing, because the U-joints on the drive shaft were fucking mangled. They were just shaking and rattling, and you know, I was driving like that, and I knew I had to change it, but I was creating a business and I needed certain tools to do jobs properly. And eventually I drove like that for a bit, and I was on my this unit, and I had to go in emergency. I was flying with my truck, driving out, and all of a sudden, boom! It went again. My transfer case, boom! So lucky I had warranty on that. It was like 3 months, 90 days. Yeah, so I took it back to Estevan, called them up, told them what happened. Okay, yeah, come back and get a new one. So I went there again, Estevan, come back, and then changed it again. And then right after that, I said, fuck it, I'm gonna buy some U-joints. So I bought U-joints for my drive shaft, changed them, and that problem went away. I still have to get to the front drive shaft for the 4-wheel drive, to the front diff. I gotta get the U-joints and the ball kit for that, and that's gonna be another 300 bucks for that. But I'm okay with that being the way it is, because I don't use 4x4 that much. You know, the snow is really fucking hard. I can't go into the fields, go get wood. Luckily we stocked up wood for ceremony, and then so we're okay for that. And then yeah, now I've been thinking about this front U-joint, because I felt it in 4x4 when I was in the field and in deep snow, and I knew it was bad, because when I was changing the front caliper and the hub bearing, I saw it. It was bad. I was like, oh man, this is another big rebuild, front suspension rebuild on another truck. You know, it'd be probably I would say my 10th full rebuild on a vehicle, all suspension. You know, I've done like 4 vans, an SUV. This will be my 3rd truck. About 3 cars. Like, you know, I've done the lower control arms, upper control arms, hub bearings, shocks, struts, stabilizer bushings, the end links, the outer tie rod ends, inner tie rod ends, and you know, because you know, I like my vehicles running nice, you know, and I always got the iridiums too as well. You know, I changed alternators, and not in this vehicle, so I'm pretty happy about that. But my engine light is on, so I gotta put on a computer and get to that. But I'm worried about the main thing, if and when I need 4x4 for an emergency. You know, I don't want that U-joint breaking and then all hell breaking loose. I don't know what would happen, man. My wheel would probably go out. I don't know, man. It'd lose a lot of stability in the front end there. So, but I'm having this nice smoke here, and you know, I should turn on my heat a little bit now. You know, and also, you know, I always buy really good oil. I always buy Pennzoil Ultra Platinum. You know, that's full synthetic. That's the best grade. It's made for extreme temperatures like this. You know, minus 40s, minus 50s. It'll still fire up my vehicles, and even for hot days too. So, and then I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'll decline those guys. But yeah, I'm gonna do my right side, and the axle shaft is long, so it's gonna be harder to it back in when I take it out and I replace the wheel joint. Then what I'm expecting to get one side done today, and then tomorrow I'll do the other side, because I got my mom coming up here this afternoon to take a look at her wheel. Her wheel keeps going low, so I'll take that off and put a plug in there, find it, pull whatever's in there and plug it. But yeah, it's not as bad, but my knees are really cold. My ski, holy cow, you can't touch. And then yeah, it's gonna be a good little challenge here. Hope it goes as smooth as I want it to, but with mechanics, it's never as smooth as it should be. You know, but hopefully I got all the tools I need to you know, to overcome those obstacles and challenges. But I'll catch you guys later. I'll show you where I'm at when I get it done, and hopefully it'll probably take me at least 4 hours, probably, I'm thinking. Because yeah, it's a big job. Change 4 parts, damn. Plus I gotta take off the tie rod end, and eventually I'll get to those. But for now, I'm getting the main jobs that are really hard on this truck. Because I still got the lower control arms, the upper control arms, and they're different on these ones, on these big trucks, 2500s and up. They're not just like a regular 1500 or a van or a car where it's just one A-frame on the bottom. It's different. Then I got the track bar to change, stabilizer end links, the bushings, the tie rod ends, the steering linkages, the drag link, and that's what I have to do on this truck. Then yeah, but I'm super excited that I'm actually getting this far with this truck. You know, this is one of the best trucks I've ever had here. You know, it's a 2500, Ram 2500, you know, carry capacity of 10,000 pounds, I believe it is. It might be 11, but you know, it's a good work truck. You know, I got to take care of my work trucks in case I have to haul heavy loads. Like a couple of weeks ago, I had to haul flooring, and that was a lot of weight, probably about 3,000, 4,000 pounds. Put on the back of my truck, and then it handled it nicely. And in my differentials, I got and my transfer case, I got AMSOIL. That's one of the best oils you can possibly get for your vehicle. There's nothing better. And plus I mix it with the XM5 oil stabilizers, so that is crazy. So I'm really happy about that. You know, I invest into a lot of my trucks. I invest into a lot of my vehicles, man. And you know, I want my vehicles to last long. They take care of me, so I try to take care of them the best I can. You know, I'm not rich. I'm just willing to pay that extra mile and do the work, pay that extra bit of cash and do the work so my vehicles can, you know, take me further, you know, without maintenance. Because vehicles are vehicles, man. You know, and I don't run cheap gas in here, nothing but premium. You know, I don't even like to use the premium gas on the reserve, because that's Petro Canada, and I know their premium is not the best. You know, I use Shell. That's what I always use for the past, holy cow, what, 7 years, maybe longer, maybe 10. But I've always used it. Didn't matter what kind of vehicle I had, always premium gas, because you know, it has properties in there that keep the combustion full, and it has additives in there that when it combusts, it cleans the pistons. It keeps them cleaner. You know, no carbon buildup as bad. So, and then yeah. But if I'm usually on the reserve with my truck, so I have to use premium Petro Canada from the res, and I'm not happy with that. But I always get Shell V-Power Premium, and past 2 years I've been using Costco Premium. You know, it seems alright. You know, but I don't get the air miles over there like I do with Shell, but it's alright. So if in an emergency, it's always Shell, and if I can't get off the reserve, it's Petro Plus, Petro Premium. But you have to take care of your vehicles. You have to be willing to spend that little bit of money to have a good running vehicles. You know, I have no problems with all the parts I buy, and you know, because throughout my how many years of doing mechanics, 10 years plus, you know, I've always been trying different things to get the best out of them, and you know, I finally found the right combinations and the right stuff to use, and you know, I figured it out. You know, trial and error. And it wasn't because I was always rich, man. I was always wanting good vehicles. vehicle didn't look like much, but when it came to -50 with the wind chill close to -60, my vehicles were never plugged in, and so go out there and fire up with all the stuff I used, and boom. You know, so hope you take something good out of this. You know, a little insight of how I live my life with mechanics. I'll see you guys later. My vehicle is kind of warm now, so I'm gonna get out here. Get everything. I hope I have my fucking socket here. Oh yeah, I see it. For my wheels, a 24 mil. Okay, yep, got that ready. Okay, take off my wheel, jack it up, block it up, take off my brakes, take off my hub bearing, take out my axle, and then get to my ball joints. Pop those ball joints out. No axle, tie rod end, ball joints, put them back in, change the wheel joint in my axle, the hub bearing back on, my tie rod end, the brake caliper, the bracket mounting kit, and hopefully it'll be good as it should be. You know, hopefully it goes on easy as it possibly can. Now thank you for watching this video.